My name is Chaplain Bob Mecado. I'm a supervisory chaplain for the LA Sheriff's Department. I've been there for 30 years, and I've been with the California Department of Corrections for 34 years. And just a pleasure to be in this interview and talk about Brother Kilroy. The first time I met Brother Kilroy was back in 1980, 81. I was at Tehachapi State Prison, 4A, 4B, maximum security prison with Chaplain Valenzuela. And we went to go visit an inmate that was doing life without. And I walked up to Brother Kilroy's cell and visited the inmate that was there. I got to meet Brother Kilroy, and he didn't want to hear it, but he couldn't run far, so he just walked back to the cell. And I got to talk to the other individual and got to give a witness and a testimony about the power of Jesus Christ and how he can change his life. My first jail was the Hall of Justice Jail, which is HOJJ, and it's a maximum security jail where you housed all the Mexican Mafia, Aryan Nation, Black Guerrilla Party, all your K9s, K10s, and they were all there in that facility. And I got to meet a lot of the ex-Mafia guys, and or Mafia guys, affiliated Mafia guys. And Kilroy has been an inspiration in a lot of our lives. When he first came out of prison, my wife Patsy, who I've been married to for 34 years, she was a chaplain for McLaren Children's Center, where she was the first child. So we come from a radical background. My life was a series of institutions, from juvenile hall to youth authority state prison. So I know prison background. And it was just a great opportunity to talk to Brother Kilroy. But when he got out, I had the pleasure of taking him and his wife to Disneyland. And I remember we were on A Small World. It's kind of hard to be a gangster on A Small World, huh? But you know what? I've watched God move in his life, and he's just a powerful testimony of a man that is dedicated to the Lord Jesus Christ. I thank God for, just the testimony that he has. He didn't drop out or debrief. He got saved. God did a miraculous miracle in his life and turned him around. And because of his testimony, because of his witness, many men have come to Jesus Christ, because real men serve God. So, in this documentary, it's not about Kilroy, it's about the God that he serves. And he serves a mighty God. He serves a God that can go into the inner prison, the SHU program, Pelican Bay, and just reach those that are lost, that are captive by the enemy. So, today it's just a great time that we're here. And, I just thank God for Kilroy. When I was in prison, I was on Chino and in different yards. And anytime Kilroy or them guys used to come on the yard, just like Donald Garcia, you just knew something was going to happen. You didn't know when it was going to happen, but you knew that in Spanish we call it the cucuy. The cucuy showed up, and bad things were going to happen. And now when he shows up on a yard in prison, because he goes back into prisons and jails, you know that the light is going to show up. So that's a contrast to that testimony that God changed his life. He was a very vicious, violent person. He doesn't like to talk about his testimony, but he was very, very powerful man. But God changed his life. What the devil meant for evil, God turned around for good and gave him a good life. And Esther, his first wife, she passed away. She's in heaven. He's married a very beautiful lady that loves God. And, and he's blessed twice. He's blessed twice. When he came out of prison, I believe Esther was saved first. And then Esther prayed for him. And Esther was a bad person too. But God changed her life. And because God changed her life, she prayed for her husband. And he got saved. And then Esther went on to be with the Lord. So, I thank God that he was a very horrible individual. Let me say that again. He was a vicious animal. He should never be out of prison. But God brought him out of prison. That's the God that we serve. What is impossible for people is possible with God.